Aloha, everyone. Oh my
So
God.
good to have you here.
I can't believe it. Tarifa, you pronounce my name so clearly. I'm thankful today to be picked here because Saturday I have a speaking on my book that just got launched, and it's my first speaking for Breakfast Club. I'm very nervous,
Yay.
and it's all about women 60s, over 60s, and it is on Amazon. And my question is, how do I kind of start my, a minute introduction to my book? Because it's such an adversity of stories. It's an anthology book. And my chapter basically tells my story in a nutshell. And mostly I'm focused on fear and anxiety because I've been through that with domestic violence and all that stuff.
Oh
So
my gosh. Can you give us the name of your book so that those of us that want to go check it out can do that?
sure, it's called 20 Lives Ignited, and my page is 157.
Oh, beautiful. So you're featured in an anthology. What an incredible honor. And your story is about overcoming fear and anxiety.
Yes, and basically finding yourself, because a lot of it's all connected to the mind, and it's such a disconnection that we don't know who we are until you
Yeah.
find yourself.
Yeah.
And I did that over 40 years,
Yeah.
and I'm 63 now,
Yeah.
but I'm excited to empower women
Yeah.
all across the globe. That's been my dream and manifestation after the abuse.
Oh, you will. Thank you for transforming your abuse into just this beautiful, radiant woman that I see in front of me. Now, let's see if we can get you a little guidance on your talk. How many minutes do you have to speak to this audience?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. That's a really important distinction, right? Because
Mhm.
if you have 15 minutes, you're not going to want to tell a 5 minute long story because that's 30% of your time right there. You want to probably shorten up your story to 3 or 4 minutes so that you can give people some quick tips.
Mhm.
Or if you want to tell a little bit of a longer story, you want to make sure you weave some tips into your story, right? So that you make it about your audience. Always make it about your audience within 2 to 5 minutes of being on camera. My biggest suggestion is you actually start with engaging questions. How many of you are here because you want to up level your talk? How many of you would like to create a talk that allows you to make hundreds of thousands of dollars with the same talk over the next 1 or 3 or 5 years, right? To ask those questions that I know my audience can say yes to, right? Because now I have your attention, right? And I'm doing it because now we also get to connect, right? It's not just a strategy, it's a connection tool. So you want to start out by asking a few questions. How many of you have been through things that you could have never imagined going through?
Right.
Ask questions. This is a tip for every single one of you guys. Ask questions that you know your audience can say yes to.
Yes.
How many of you have had setbacks in your life or had things happen to you or have had people mistreat you that you thought you might not come back from, right? Take a breath into that. And how many of you are here because you're committed to continuing to transform that into your next best chapter of your life, right? So asking your questions, questions that are going to engage and excite your audience to transform. And
Yes.
then, Tarifa, tell a short story, tell a short, concise version of the story in the book. You know, even if they've read it, it's going to be powerful for them to hear you tell it anyway. And then if
Yeah.
I were you, I would give them 1 or 2 quick tips. My biggest tip that I could give you to transform the trauma, transform the memories of the abuse, the setbacks, the challenges. My
Mhm.
biggest tip I could give you would be XYZ, right? Give them something they could go out. When that memory comes in, here's what you can do with it. Here's how you can get connected with another soul sister or soul brother who's going to keep pulling you through that moment. Here's what I recommend. Here's the physiology of what happens in your brain when you take action anyway, when you don't stay stuck in that fear, when you learn to pick up the phone and call a friend rather than staying isolated, right? Give us a little bit of credibility. And then wrap up your talk and let people know how they could stay in touch with you. right? I don't know how big the audience is going to be, but you could have them even shoot you an email or a text if you don't have anything set up ahead of time. We train our clients to use like a Textedly service so that they could text your number and get like a free gift, like a quick checklist or a guidebook, or sign up for a free 30-minute session with you. But for now, when I first started, I used to just say, I would love to talk to you and continue to support you. Meet me in the back of the room or shoot me a text, right? Because I figured even if 20 people text me, that's 20 possible clients and 20 possible people I can help. So in the beginning, you're just going to do whatever you need to do before you have the technology set up. But is that helpful?
Oh my gosh. I can't, you know how long I've been waiting for this?
Oh,
Sage, Megan, thank you so much. This is so powerful. And I just saw a comment says, I need to see your birth certificate. By the way, ladies, I get that a lot, but I knew everything is from within. You got to work from within. All the outside will come and it will just, shine bright, but there's a lot more to work on. So thank you so much for this opportunity. So
You're
great.
so welcome. You're so welcome. Don't forget to hit subscribe so I can keep getting you weekly content to grow your business that is relevant, authentic, and effective, so you can get out there and shine your light and be the messenger that you're here to be, because your clients are waiting for you.